Here's your daily news roundup from 97.9 WGBW.
From the 97.9 WGBW newsroom, I'm Connie Fellman with this local news update. A major expansion of Green Bay's Westside YMCA in Howard started yesterday with a groundbreaking ceremony. The expansion and renovation includes a new 6-lane lap pool, more pickleball courts, expanded locker rooms, and a kid zone. Village leaders say more than 500,000 people visited the Westside Y last year. The expansion is set to be completed by the beginning of next year. If you like hitting the trails on an ATV or UTV, get ready for some new regulations starting Monday. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources is introducing some new safety and operational mandates intended to reduce the state's recent spike in off-highway vehicle crashes and fatalities. DNR officials say already this year there have been 14 deadly crashes involving off-road vehicles around the state. The new rules require seat belts, restrict towing on trails, and have restrictions on window tinting. Riders who intentionally cause property damage can now be fined up to 3 times the actual repair cost. For complete updates, full trail rules, and safety requirements, go to the Wisconsin DNR ATV regulations page on the DNR's website. Time to start planning your Packers preseason festivities. The team just finalized the 2026 preseason schedule. The Packers will have 2 road matchups to begin the preseason on August 13th, then finish up at home against the Cardinals on August 28th. That game will be the first time the 2 teams have faced off in the preseason finale since 1983. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. Green Bay Botanical Gardens is helping you support bees and other pollinators. You can order a pollinator kit that contains 5 plants, including milkweed, grass, and 3 flowering plants that bloom in spring. The kits are available online for a suggested donation of $25. Organizers say the kits address a growing concern about insect population declines. Pollinators help reproduce crops in home gardens and farm fields. They say the plants provide a food source for all different kinds of insects that are the basis of our food chain. Wisconsin workers will have the chance to learn more about AI and advanced manufacturing. Governor Tony Evers and the Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development announced applications are now open for WIS-Train, Wisconsin Training for Resilient Advanced Industry Needs. The program is offering more than $7 million in employer job training grants to address workforce gaps. WIS-Train is open to employers of any size. The money can be used for worker training programs, including apprenticeship programs. Applications must be submitted by July 13th. If funds are still available after that deadline, applications will be accepted on a rolling basis until the money is gone. Wisconsin is one of 14 states to receive the funding for job training grants in emerging industries. With news at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM, I'm Connie Fellman, 97.9 WGBW News.
With Civic Media News, I'm Terry Miller. A proposal from Wisconsin Democrats would fully tax any payments from a new federal fund connected to President Donald Trump. Senate Minority Leader Dianne Hesselbein says the plan is meant to prevent what she calls misuse of funds, arguing the focus should be on everyday costs like groceries and gas. The fund is tied to a lawsuit settlement and is intended to compensate people who claim they were targeted unfairly by the government. Supporters say it offers a legal path for claims, while critics question how the money would be used. A write-in candidate for Wisconsin governor is drawing criticism after posting a video of himself removing political yard signs in Milwaukee. Carlos Lamar Dixon shared footage of the incident in the River West and East Side neighborhoods and said he took the signs as a political statement. Candidates affected say the signs are protected speech and costly to replace. And Badger State employees can now apply for new state grants to train workers for jobs in advanced manufacturing and artificial intelligence. Governor Evers says about $7 million in federal funding will support the program called WIS-Train, and it's open to companies of any size across the state. Applications are due July 13th for the first round of funding. The search for the next athletic director of UW-Madison has entered the next phase. The application period is now open and will be for the next 2 weeks, following the listening sessions that were held over the past few weeks. The search committee in charge had been meeting with student athletes and others to figure out what qualities they wanted in the next athletic director. The school hopes to have the next athletic director in place and working this summer. More news can be found at civicmedia.us.
The Brewers take on the Astros. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports Baseball. The first-place Brewers battle the Astros in Houston. Kai Tang on the mound tonight for Houston against Milwaukee right-hander Coleman Crowe, making his third start for the Crew. Manager Pat Murphy.
He was tremendous in his first outing. He didn't miss too many spots. He can pitch here. I mean, he can pitch in the big leagues. It's pretty good.
College basketball. A report says the Wisconsin Badgers will play in a tournament in the Bahamas next season. Meanwhile, when will a new athletic director be hired to replace Chris McIntosh, who left in April?
They're still going to hire somebody this summer. They're opening the application process and accepting applications through June 10th. And then they've also had what they call stakeholder listening sessions, just forums used by organizations to gather direct feedback from different people. Ultimately, though, the goal is to have the athletic director in place this summer before the sports programs and everything else gets going.
That's Badgers reporter Jesse Temple. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
I'm meteorologist Brandon Bormans. Sunny skies expected today with temperatures rebounding into the low to mid 80s. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with lows in the mid to upper 50s. About 10 degrees cooler on Saturday with mostly sunny skies, a high near 73. Back to near 80 on Sunday.
That's your Green Bay News Roundup from 97.9 WGBW. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And find more news anytime at WGBW.FM.